Hi viewers, what is the truth behind the mysteries? Why is helping Hina, and will Jamila ever find out the bird's real identity? Both this emotional and magical journey of love.
Evening was falling, and the sky was painted with orange and golden colors. Hina, an innocent girl of 12 or 13, dressed in a white salwar kameez, opened the door and came inside. In her hands was an injured dove. In the corner of the house stood Jamila, her stepmother. Her deep eyes and loud voice scared Hina. In the same house was Kashif, a thin boy who considered Hina his sister. Hina wrapped the injured dove in her dupatta. Kashif ran over. "Don't worry, I'll talk to Mom." Jamila angrily said, "What have you brought in? Throw it out right now." Hina is very sad. This bird will cheer her up. Hina, with her innocent face and dark eyes, took the dove to her room. She cleaned the dove's wounds and gently stroked its feathers. At night, when everyone was asleep, Hina woke up. She felt someone gently touching her head. Only the dove was in the room, quietly watching her. Hina softly said, "Get well, then you can fly away." The next morning, Hina found a shiny silver coin under her pillow. Kashif asked, "Where did you get this?" Hina said, "Maybe the dove." Now she started getting coins every day. One day Kashif laughed and said, "Could this dove be a genie?" Hina smiled and said, "Even if it is, it's very kind." Evening was falling, and the sky was painted with orange, red and golden colors, and the sunlight in the village streets was slowly turning into shade. Hina, a 12 or 13-year-old girl in a simple white salwar kameez, entered her old mud house. In her hands was an injured dove. Inside the house, her stepmother Jamila, with a stern face and loud voice, stood frowning as usual. In the same house was her stepbrother Kashif, who always supported Hina and was her shield. When Hina brought the injured dove, Kashif ran over. He comforted Hina and promised to talk to their mother. But Jamila angrily said, "What have you brought in? Throw it out." Hina quickly took the dove to her room, cleaned its wounds, and gently took care of it. The next morning, Hina found a shiny silver coin under her pillow. She was surprised. This became a daily routine. Every morning she found a new coin. One day Kashif laughed and said, "Could this dove be a genie?" Hina smiled and replied, "Even if it is, it's very kind."
Imagine this. It's a biting cold morning in a quiet Indian village. The mist hangs low and the world seems hushed. Jamila, wrapped in her simple white salwar kameez, steps out into the chilly air. Suddenly, her eyes catch a glint on the frosty ground, a shiny silver coin lying there as if waiting just for her. In that instant, Jamila's eyes sparkled with greed, the kind that can change a person's fate. It was as if a hidden door inside her had swung open, revealing desires she never knew she had. But as she clutched the coin, a strange suspicion crept into her mind. Could Hina, her stepdaughter, be a sorceress? Was there something magical about her? Something Jamila had always ignored? And what about that mysterious white dove that always seemed to linger near Hina? Was it just a bird? Or could it be the key to some hidden treasure, a secret waiting to be unlocked? The next morning, curiosity and greed gnawing at her, Jamila tiptoed into Hina's room, careful not to make a sound. There, Hina lay quietly on her bed. Her innocent dark eyes, round face, and milky white skin made her look almost angelic. Her long, wavy black hair spilled over the pillow, and her white salwar kameez seemed to glow in the soft morning light. She looked so fragile, so pure, as if untouched by the world's harshness. But as Jamila reached out to snatch the dove perched nearby, the bird suddenly sprang to life. Its wings beat the air with a wild fury, and it pecked Jamila's hand with surprising strength. Jamila yelped in pain as her hand turned red and began to swell. The sting was sharp, but the humiliation was even sharper. Furious and embarrassed, Jamila turned on Hina, her anger boiling over. But just then, her son Kashif burst into the room. He saw the scene and shouted, "Stop, Mum! Hina is our sister. Why do you hate her so much? What has she ever done to you?" Jamila, her pride wounded, snapped back. "This girl will ruin everything one day, just you wait and see. She's not as innocent as she looks." But that very evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the mysterious white dove returned once more, gliding silently into Hina's room. This time, it left behind another gleaming silver coin, and a tiny folded note tucked carefully under Hina's pillow. The note shimmered with golden letters, as if written by magic itself. The message read, "When the time comes, I will return, and you will know who I am. Until then, just be quiet." Silence is the secret. Hina pressed the note to her heart, feeling its warmth seep into her soul. Tears welled up in her eyes, but beneath the sadness, a gentle peace began to bloom. She felt protected, as if someone was watching over her. Now Hina was sure this dove was no ordinary bird. It was a messenger, a guardian, perhaps even a friend from another world. But what about Jamila? Would her greed and suspicion bring even more trouble to the family? And what of Hina's ailing father? Would he ever discover the truth behind the silver coins and the magical dove? And most of all, when would the day come when the dove would finally reveal its true identity and change their lives forever? The secrets are only beginning to unfold. Are you ready to discover what happens next?